everybody. You know, I enjoy trying out new recipes. And some years ago, I happened upon an old British pudding recipe, one I'd not heard of before. I think it even dates back to medieval times. And it's called the Sussex Pond Pudding. And it sounded quite cool because inside the pudding there is a whole lemon, and when you cut into it, the juices flow out and it tastes delicious. Only mine didn't. When we cut into it, it tasted of like uncooked floury batter with a lemon bitter flavour to it. So I wrote that one off, put it down to experience, and decided not to go there again until about 2 weeks ago on the Great British Bake Off. Prue Leith declares that it is her absolute favourite British pudding. That made me think. And so last weekend, armed with a lemon, pudding basin and the Prue Leith recipe, complete with all of its points step by step, I had another go. I wasn't even going to be put off by the teenager going, "Oh, you're not doing that again, are you?" And it was actually quite nice. It was a bit unusual, but there was a marmalade-y flavour with a load of butter and sugar, and it was worth a shot, and I would give it a go again. You know, it is true that in some things in life are worth a second look. And each year Christmas comes around again, and sometimes we can just write this off and think, here it is again, the same old stuff. And maybe you have little interest in a baby born in the Middle East all those years ago. But can I encourage you to have a second look at this child whose birth was predicted by a prophet called Isaiah, who, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, lived over 700 years before the birth of Jesus. And he predicted that he'd be born of a virgin. And another prophet, around the same time, said that he'd be born in a little known town of Bethlehem. I find that amazing. This year has been a difficult one for many of us. Who would have thought last January where it would go? But in the midst of it, the Bible continues to offer us a message of hope. It continues to tell us of the God who will never leave us. He will never forsake us, regardless of what happens to us. It speaks of the God who loves us, regardless of our background, who we are, where we've done, and what we've been. It tells us of a God that sends his son Jesus to be born in a stable and live among us, and ultimately to give his life for us and then walk out of a tomb victorious, alive again on the third day. You know, a man in the Bible called David, wrote in Psalm 34, verse 8, "Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in him." Some things in life are worth a second look. And can I encourage you to look again at Jesus this Christmas? As this psalm says, God is a place of refuge and safety. And who knows, but we so often need that. Maybe visit a local church or check out our online Christmas Eve service. And whatever you do, I hope that you have a good Christmas.